Yes. Okay, so I think now we have to start discussing the dash punctuation mark. We only have three punctuation marks, which are parentheses, brackets, and dash. These are the easiest punctuation marks. I'm going to tell you why these three punctuation marks are going to be the easiest ones. Now let's talk about the rules of using the dash. Okay, keep in mind, please, Malak, that we have two kinds of dashes. We have the N dash and we have the M dash. Keep in mind that the N dash is smaller than the M dash. Okay?
Mm,
And
okay.
absolutely every one of them has its own usage. Okay, so what is the difference between N dash and M dash? Now, this is the N dash, as I told you, which is smaller than the M dash. Now, if you want me to just show you the next page, this is M dash. We notice that this is bigger than the N dash. Okay, now we have to use the N dash to indicate a period of time, distance, or a range of numbers. Absolutely, we have some examples. The first example is saying I had to read pages from 90 to 150 for my assignment. So this is it's talking about the period of time, from this time to this time, from this page to this page, from this period to this period, okay? So notice that
Yeah.
I wrote the N dash just to mention what a period of time. Now
Mm,
let's take a look at the next example. The next example is saying the opening hours are 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay?
okay.
So instead of writing two just to talk about period of time, you have to write the N dash. The final example is saying she traveled from America to Europe. So instead of writing to, notice that I'm talking about distance, absolutely. You notice that I wrote the N dash. Okay?
Okay.
So this is it. This is the rule of N dash. Now, the N dash is different. Why? Because the M dash adds emphasis to the sentence. What do I mean? Keep in mind that M dash can be used instead of round brackets. This is why I told you that brackets is the easiest punctuation mark, because to be honest, you can replace brackets with M dash or even with commas. We will talk about that when we start discussing the brackets. So keep in mind that the M dash could be replaced by brackets, commas, or maybe colons. Absolutely, we have some examples. Notice the example here. Instead of saying, for example, she is scared of two things, colons, heights, and spiders, we can use or say she is scared of two things, M dash, instead of colons, heights, and spiders.
Okay.
Okay, Malak, I know that there is that question in your mind. Maybe you want to ask me, teacher, why are you explaining these punctuation marks? It is enough to explain the comma. I don't need the M dash. I don't need the brackets. I don't need colons. Keep in mind, please, Malak, that in writing, you have to avoid something which is repetition. You have
Mm,
to avoid repetition in writing. Just to be that professional, that academic student in writing, you have to verify your usage of the punctuation marks. Okay,
okay.
this is why
Yeah.
sometimes you can use colons. The next time, if you want to use them, you can use commas. The third time, instead of repeating using the commas, you can use M dashes. This is extremely important. This is one way, Malak, to be that professional in writing and even to get a high score in any international exam. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Now the next question, the next example is saying, I went to the shop, comma, but it was closed. So notice that this is the compound sentence because I have to independent clauses. Wait, let me close this window. So instead of writing the comma, I can write the M dash by saying I went to the shop, but this is the dash M dash, but it was closed. Malak, let me tell you something. I can replace the M dash with the brackets, commas, colons, but I can't do that with N dash. Okay?
Mm.
I
Okay.
mean, you cannot say, let's go back to the in dash. You cannot say, for example, I had to read pages 90, comma 150 for my assignment. This is wrong. So
Mm.
please, only the M dash could be replaced, but not the N dash. Okay?
Mm. Okay.
Please don't mix them because this is really important. As you remember, it is easier for me to replace the dash with commas or maybe commas with dashes. Let's take a look at this example. This example is saying the number of stars in the Milky Way, including many which are undetectable, okay, is estimated to be over 400 billion. If,
Mm.
uh, if you remember, Malak, when we talked about the rules of the comma, I told you that I can add extra comma information. If I want to write the extra information within a sentence, I have to write them between two commas because this information is what is extra information. I mean, if you want to delete this, notice
Mm.
that, yeah, the sentence still okay and complete. Because if I want to say the number of stars in the Milky Way is estimated to be over 400 billion, the sentence still correct.
Mm.
And I told you, if you remember, I have to do that and I have to put the extra information between two commas.
Okay.
So now you have
So
another choice.
here I'm dash
Bravo, it
replace
is
comma,
M.
right?
Bravo, M, but
What's
not
that?
N.
Yeah.
So you can use two commas in the first example. And if you want to repeat that, the next one you can
Mm.
use M dashes. Believe me, in this way, you will be that a professional student. So
Yeah.
notice if I want to replace them with commas, it is correct because it is the same. Okay?
Okay.
This is it. This is everything about the dashes. It is really easy, but absolutely, you have to be careful in using them.
Okay.
So we still have to. Please, I know. Please, you have to. We have to disconnect this meeting and come back again.
Understood.
Yes, I have to
Okay.
apologize. I'm waiting for you.
It's okay. Bye.